Greetings everyone and welcome to another draft of Innistrad Midnight Hunt, and this one is a premier draft, best of one ranked draft with a very bumpy rare at first pick. Now this is a 2-color card and it requires double white, so basically to play this card you have to be main color white, and you would rather be black and white. But this has only a single color of black, and it's such a good bomb that I think I would try to at least splash this into any white deck that doesn't have a black as its main color. So very easy pick. As you can see, 5 mana, 4/5, flying and lifelink, and then even if this had no other text, it would be a first pick 5 out of 5 card in limited. But then you have also, as you can read the card, what it does, it's amazing effect. So yeah. Very good card. The commons are not that great in this pack. The uncommons has some nice options, at least the 4 mana cards, but I don't have to worry about them because I just took the rare there. Someone took a common. Well, the Dire Strain Rampage is not exactly a good card. The uncommons, well, I do like the Outland Liberator, but I also understand that maybe picking a first pick green card might not be the thing you want to do in this set unless it's a great bomb. This is a very decent 2-drop, but that's all it does. Sacred Fire is nice, but of course 2 colors, so I don't know what common has been taken here, but understandably these cards weren't picked, so I would understand picking a common from this pack as the pick one here. But okay, let's see how does this combine with my first pick. Well, it doesn't, because the Duress and Unruly Mob are not cards I'm wanting to pick here, and they are the only uncolored cards. The pack is fairly weak. I think I might take the Sacred Fire and try to be like, maybe there's an option to be white-red with splashing for black, you know, because I do want to play the Liesa. I think this is the second time I'm picking at pick one pack one pick one the Liesa, but the previous time I picked it, the colors just went open and I went for something completely different, and this card was left in my sideboard. Alright, so this pack has a rare and an uncommon taken. Is there anything good? What is the best card in the pack? I think this is a fairly weak pack. There's nothing that great in here. There are some, random playables, but that's about it. So I might take in like a random white card just because I want to be white because of the Liesa. This is really just not a good pack. I don't know. I just maybe take the Celestial Sanctifier. I think the Griff is nice because the exiling part is relevant in this format, but also I have one 5-drop. If I'm playing white, I will play Liesa. That's like obvious. I don't want to pick another 5-drop at pack 1, pick 3 in the draft. So that's the reason I didn't take the 3/4 flyer there. Alright, so this pack has a Phantom Carriage, which is quite nice when you play white and blue especially. And I would be playing, if I would take this, I would have the aim to be white and blue in this draft. Splash for the Liesa and forget about the Sacred Fire. Now that's an option. And then another option is to take the Moonrage's Last. By the way, there is an Olivia's Midnight Ambush too. Wow. Okay, so that's interesting because I took the Sacred Fire that could be... Oh man, am I supposed to take the black card? Because I'd rather be just white-black if it's open here. I don't care about the Sacred Fire that much, I guess. Okay, fine, I'll take the black card because if I can, I want to be white and black. And I can take the Lunarch. Is it Lunarch? Veteran here. Yeah, unsurprisingly some decent green is still here. Both the 2-drops for green are cards I wouldn't mind having if I'm playing green, but it's the weakest color in the set, I think, and therefore it's not a big surprise. They are open here, those colors, I mean. But yeah, let's take the Veteran here. And if I can, I will be black and white. Let's see if that's going to be open. Now, this is a best of one draft. I don't like the Sun Gold Barrage that much. I like it as a sideboard option in best of 3, definitely. Blade Brand is playable. Nothing amazing, but it's playable. I think I'll take the Silverbolt because this is a card that's not so bad as a main deck card. Fantastic, of course, against werewolves, and some people will have, those things in their deck, and even when the opponent doesn't have werewolves, it's a pretty expensive removal, but it still gets the job done. So I'll take it now. It will, it will make the deck easily. Right, well, and these are the open colors here, so I have 2 green cards I would be happy to, play if I'm green, but am I supposed to move green now because it's open? Because green is almost always open. So it is the weakest color, and if I think about the deck now, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards that go into black and white deck. Now, maybe I will force it because of the Liasa. I don't care about the Sacred Fire. I'm not going to splash 1 Sacred Fire. I might splash red if I get some other, red cards worth splashing, but the 1 isn't gonna be splashed. Alright, so there's a Candle Trap, there's a Duress. I'm not taking Duress. I don't like it in best of 1 at all. In best of 3, it's a sideboard card. You could pick it for sideboard use. Now, there's an Immolation, Tavern Ruffin. This is tough actually. Am I supposed to be white and red here? Because we're already somewhat open here. There's a Candle Trap, but I don't like it. But fine, it's good enough. Let's take it. And I will try to be black and white. It doesn't work here. I mean, even white isn't that open here, but black definitely isn't. So I'll take the 2-drop red card, and maybe I'm gonna move red here. Yeah, still Duress, not interesting. Flip the Switch is still here. I think it's quite decent in this set. Okay, whatever. Let's take the 2-drop and yet another 2-drop, or the Blessed Defiance. It's not going to be the Faithful Mending. Fine. So this plan is actually, yeah, I can take this 4-drop. It can help splashing for the black, maybe. Alright, so what's the idea here? The idea now, because I want to splash for the Lias. Like I said, if I'm playing white, I will splash for this if I just can. I want to have some kind of fixing for that. But now currently I have Liesa and Olivia's Midnight Ambush, which are both cards I could splash. Now I could still be black and white. For example, here I have a Graveyard Trespasser and also Rite of Oblivion. Is there a chance that this comes back? I don't think it is, because in the previous pack, both white and black were both, not open late in the pack. So I'm assuming someone might be black and white, or if they are not, they are still going to be black and white drafters in the set, and they might in this table, and they might splash for this. But anyway, I think I like the Trespasser slightly more. I will actually try to still be black and white. There's a lot of decent cards for the archetype, by the way. A lot of black and white cards I would be happy to take, but I'll take the rare now, and if I can ignore the red, I will, definitely. But if I'm going to ignore the red, there's one problem in this deck, and it is that I have no 2-drops at all. And this pack doesn't help me in that regard. Right, I'll take the Silversmith. I think I like it more than the Search Party Captain here. Yeah, I'll take it. I'm still on the fence. I might be still black, white and red splashing for black. But yeah, I do have some cards here that allows me to keep the draft just white and black. Now the Evolving Wilds is a card I would really want to pick here. But if I want to be white and black here, I need to pick something else. And the decision, I think, is... I like the Horde, but I think the decision has to be between Hobbling Zombie and a Chaplain here. I have some 3-drops here, so I maybe don't want to have another 3-drop, but then again... man, tough. Okay, I'll take the 1-drop. Also, it will work in the deck if I end up somehow still in white and red. Now, there's another Sacred Fire, but there is an Eaten Alive too. It's also fantastic with, Disturb cards. I have a Lunar Veteran and a Chaplain here. I just don't like the fact I have no 2-drops if I'm gonna ignore the red here. Oh well, I'm taking Eaten Alive no matter what. Maybe I will just ignore the red. Hopefully, and then I have a... this is such a punishment, because there's a Sunrise Cavalry. It's a fantastic white and red card. And this pack doesn't even have anything great for my archetype. I mean, am I supposed to take a Blade Brand here? No, I don't care about it, and the mask is not good. I'll take the Cavalier. That will keep my options open, but I really don't like that 10 of events there. Alright, so Rite of Oblivion. Fine, I'll take it. If I'm playing white and red, I will still splash for black, and I might as well splash the Rite of Oblivion too. Now, if I can get the Evolving Wilds, that would be good. Okay, this pack. Fine, let's take the red 2-drop. It doesn't even work that well in this deck. Alright, Crawl from the Cellar, Flare of Fate, Unruly Mob, Tavern, Ruffin. I might just take the Unruly Mob to have some kind of 2-drop if I end up ignoring the red here. The Ruffian. This is really bad. I don't know. I'll take this. I don't like how they... Okay, well this I like. I have actually two 2-drops still left for white, which I'm definitely playing white. So I'm gonna play these things. Which is the better one? I do like the flyer thing. If you can get the common, but fine, I'll take the 3-power guy. I guess this deck might not have easy time to get the common. Alright, so here it's just, I don't care. Let's take the uncommon. And here, 3rd Sanctifier. Well, I mean, I guess I'll take that rather than the other options. There's another 2-drop if I'm white red. I don't want to be white red, but man, it's so hard to be anything like the SP colors. I guess the blue was somewhat open in here, but anyway, there's the mythic rare which I want to have because, well, it's a mythic rare and I'm completing the set, so absolutely I'm taking this no matter what. It's also a double black card, so that's a reason to really just try to lock into white and black if I just get enough playables, because I would have to cut 5, 6, 7 red cards. I would be at 16 at that point. Well, I try to be white and black, and yeah, even if I wasn't, I'm gonna play this. I'm sorry, pick this. I wouldn't be playing this if I'm splashing for black because it's double black. But hopefully I get enough white and black in this pack. Oh, another mythic rare. What do I lose here? Candlecrow Witch, Cavern Trapper, Crawl from the Cellar, Occultist, No Way Out. With those 5 cards, I guess the Crawl from the Cellar is not necessarily card I'm that interested in playing, but it's still okay. But there's the rule applies still. I'm taking all the mythic rares I don't have at 4 copies as long as I'm trying to complete the set. So I'll take the Vrenna 7 even if I'm not going to play it. But this pack might give me something like a Novice Occultist or the Cabinet Trapper. Or if nothing else, maybe the Crawl from the Cellar or the No Way Out back at a later pick. So, yeah. Alright, Dreadhound is really good. I'm taking that. It's absolutely better than the Behemoth here. This is a really good 6-drop because the life loss the opponent will be having here, it's almost always pretty significant when you have this card. Any creature dies or a creature card is put into, well, basically milled from any library. They lose 1 life. That's really good. Organ Hoarder. Well, I'm taking the Candlecrow Witch, and yeah, I'm really, if I just can, I will ignore the red here. Any white or black. Okay, the black seems to be somewhat open. I have a Bat Whisperer and a Blade Brand. I think, well, I should maybe cut the red for now. I have 20 seconds time, so I can do that. Cut all the red. Not going to splash for it. I can still play them. Wait a minute, was that the wrong card? And it wasn't. Okay, anyway, I'm taking the Bat Whisperer over the Blade Brand. Don't like this in best of 1. Cavalier is a good one. Sacred Fire is a good one, but I'll still cut them. And maybe the Blessed Defiance. I have 14 creatures. I could take this because I have, 3 Celestial Sanctifiers and there's a 3-drop 2 here. I don't need any more 3-drops, especially it's like this kind of an, not really that exciting card. So I'll take the Defiance here. It's a playable trick. And a Cabinet Trapper or Blade Brand. I like the Trapper maybe slightly more. Let's take it. And Rotten Reunion is actually a card that could be played. If I'm running out of playables, it's a card I don't mind having in the deck. Okay, no cards for my colors anymore, so unsurprisingly. Let's see if I can get anything back from the packs I saw. Currently it's 22 playables. And my sideboard has something like a hedge, which is mask, and duress, which I could play, but I would play the mask over the duress. I don't really like the duress in best of one at all. But okay, I got Cavern Trapper and No Way Out here. Which do I want to have? Okay, the Rite of Oblivion is here for some reason. Okay, I did mistakenly. I think I'll take the discard card because the Rite of Oblivion wants to have some sacrifice for the so it maybe makes sense. But I have actually 24 playables. Doesn't matter really. Okay, so when I'm not using this for anything now. I'm not splashing. Whatever. So yeah, when I moved cards to my sideboard, I did accidentally move the Rite of Oblivion. But I did remember I picked it. So when I was thinking about picking the No Way Out, the fact that this creates a decayed zombie is relevant for anything that cares about sacrificing stuff. So that was. I didn't see it in my deck, but I did check my sideboard because I knew I had it picked. Alright, so I maybe move my camera now. Alright, so this I have one card, and the cards that I have in my sideboard for my colors are Duress Hedge, which is mask, and I guess a Jack-o'-lantern could be played because you can always draw a card with it. But yep, I'm just cutting one card in here, which is going to be I guess it's the Eaten Alive. So not that. I mean a Rotten Reunion. A lot of cheap cards here, by the way. But I guess I need them. Yeah, and by the way, I picked this Meathook Massacre without really talking about how good it is. I just took it because it's a mythic rare. It's a mythic rare, and also, that was the kind of card that made me to play black as a main color. I mean, I wanted to do it anyway, but this is the card that really made me want to do it. Of course, it's a fantastic card. It's a rat effect that you can control. And even if you, let's say you have like the board dominance there, and all of your creatures have like 1 toughness, you don't want to kill anything, you can still play this at 2 mana, and the static abilities here, the opponent losing life and me gaining life, they are still relevant. So this is an example of a rat effect that's just a 5 out of 5. It's a bomb mythic rare. Amazing one. And then when you can actually, reset the board, when the opponent had a bit better time than you developing their board, you play this and kill all their stuff, and you get some value from the life gain and them losing life, and then you can just deploy your own stuff that you maybe have had stuck in your hand. It's an amazing card. Anyway, that's a lot of cheap cards, but I guess some of the cheap cards have disturb costs here. So it doesn't matter, and actually the Eaten Alive is quite often also a 5-drop card. This basically is a kind of a 3 or 4-drop, however I want to make it. But yeah, the Rotten Reunion seems like the least useful card in the deck. It's fine to run, but still, am I gonna cut something else in here instead of it? I don't think. I guess like one Celestus Sanctifier could be cut, but it's still okay, and No Way Out. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna cut the Rotten Reunion here. Against some decks, it's just, 2 decayed zombies, and that's maybe not that great. Alright, so this is the deck. I will play 17 lands here. 9 plains, 8 swamp is the suggestion. I have more white cards. I have some double black, but I have also double white here, and a lot of 1 mana white cards. So this is easy mana base here. I didn't get anything like a Evolving Wilds here, so let's hope the mana will work in this deck. I got, 2 mythic rares? Was it more than that? I think it was 2 mythic rares for my collection. That's fantastic. Now let's just hope to win like 3 to 4 games, and that would be pretty yeah, good value from this draft. But yeah, let's go and play the games. On the draw, but I do have the Midnight Ambush, No Way Out, and the Meat Hook Massacre to reset maybe. If I mean all of those require mana. Well, Olivia's Midnight Ambush buys me time without requiring any extra mana, but I'm gonna keep it. I have the Massacre here, it's so good. Okay, I got a 3-drop here now too. So any land will allow me to play a bunch of stuff. Unruly Mob, alright. I'm gonna kill this right away. Because if I kill something else, they might have this becomes a 2-2 and it might become a problem at some point. Well, they missed their 3-drop, but I missed my 3rd land. This could be bad. I drew 3 cards. None of them was land yet. Okay, this is starting to be really bad. Of course, when I kept the 2-lander, I was assuming that I will draw some lands in, what, 3 or 4 draw steps. I did not, so this will be really bad. Because they only need to play like a big 5-drop. Well, that's not a big 5-drop, but that's still 4 power into the board. With me needing to really draw a bunch of lands to get the Meat Hook Massacre going on here. I can play a 3-3 here, which will block. I can exile this, drain 1 life point. So I mean, I'm not blocking the Clarion Cathars quite yet with it. I might at some point. Or maybe it just dies. Well, if they target it, they will have to discard a card. So that's good for my No Way Out. They do have a common, so they can exile it. So they lost the Pestilent Wolf. Are they going to use 3 mana to exile it? That would be not that bad. I mean, it's still. Well, I can reset with the Meat Hook Massacre. If they don't have a 2 mana spell here, that's gonna be great because I will be able to make them discard. I'm at 13 and I will go down to. I really wanted to draw a land there. I will go down to a 7 there. They had a black card there and the Loyal Grief. Well, I got rid of that. Now I can kill the 3-3 with the Silver Bolt, but I need a land. Oh, come on. They had an empty hand and they drew another 3-4 flyer. Eaten Alive is good because I can kill the Grief, but I drop into 1 here. So how does it go? Even if I draw a land next turn, I can't kill the 3-3 with the Meat Hook Massacre. So this is the thing. I kept a 2-lander. I have drawn 7 cards during the game. One of them was a land and it was also a swamp, not a plains. So I can kill the 3-4 and then I go to 1. And then I use the Meat Hook Massacre. They will lose 2. Assuming I will draw a land. They will lose the 2-2 and a 1-1. And then I will gain 2 life. I mean, I guess it's still okay. Because if they draw. Now the thing is, they need to draw a creature that has 1 or 2 toughness. And then I need to draw a land. That's the only way to survive here, because I need to gain more than 2 life here. So let's see if that's going to happen. I'm going to 1 right now. Play a small creature, please. And then I need to draw land. Oh no. I drew a land, but that's not enough, because now if I kill these guys, I can only put -2/-2 there. So I'm gonna go to 3 and then this will finish me. There doesn't seem to be any way to. I mean, all of these are lethal, so I need to mass. Yep, that was too late for the land. Well, that was basically non-game. I kept the risky hand, but I mean, I drew what 7 cards there, with only one of them was a land. So that wasn't really the kind of an average situation. When you keep a 2-lander, you kind of hope to hit the kind of expected amount of lands you on average draw during a game, which is like a 1 in 3 is a good. I mean, it's basically like 1 in 2, but if you allow some kind of variance there, you assume to draw 1 in 3. So especially when you are on the draw, when you keep a 2-lander, you will have 3 draw steps to find 1 land without missing a land drop. And 1 in 3 is going to be higher than 50% chance to realize. Okay, so let's see the starting hand now. 2 lands, 3 lands, both colors. Okay, well this is fantastic. 3 lands, both colors. That's what I like. And also a 2-drop and a 3-drop and some removal. This is basically a very, very decent hand. Red-green. Well, it's a pretty decent drop there. I think it's better to just get rid of it right away, because it will create mana for them. If I play the Sanctifier, they can attack, I can trade, but then they will get the 1 mana and I don't want them to play a 4-drop right now. Okay then, they have more of that. I will exile them. One they have in here. At least when this thing attacks, it cannot... I mean, I can block it and trade with it, unless they have a trick. And if this thing dies, this gets a counter. And if they target with it, something, they will have to discard a card. Now they can attack and have a pump spell. Am I willing to do that? I guess I am, because that will still mean that the unruly mob is getting a counter. Well, let's see if they're gonna attack. Okay, they made it night. Well, this becomes better during night too. They have a 3/3 now though. And it's pumping all the other wolves and werewolves. They have an instant speed effect. Okay, they're gonna clear a shot that guy. They discard a card at least. And this gets a counter here. And I can play the Celestus Sanctifier, and that's all I can. I mean, this needs double black to kill this. But I guess it's impossible. I mean, why not have 5 plains and 1 swamp at 6 lands? I'm not gonna sacrifice a creature to kill this. That's not what I want to do. Okay. Pretty good turn for them. Alright, so I guess I'll just block here. They have a 6/6. I drew a land. It still wasn't the swamp, which I need for this. If I could kill this, I would be in a decent shape. I mean, if I draw a plane, I'd rather have any spell. I mean, planes was literally the worst draw in the deck, and there wasn't even that many planes left here. Okay, well, Silver Bolt is going to deal with the Dice Train Brawler. That is good. Well, let's see what they have in hand. If they have 2 lands, I'm still in a decent shape. Alright, alright. This has many, so I can't trade with it, but it's still okay. I mean, this only deals 2 per turn. This is really not that good. Now, they have some instant speed effect, though. Maybe it's a pump spell. Maybe it's a removal they didn't want to use there. But I can survive here still. Just no more planes. I mean, planes is the worst draw. I have, what, 3 planes? Let's draw the Bummer. Another slash there. Alright. Fine, let's play another one of these. I'm also having, what, 7 lands. They are at 5. Maybe they have some in their hand, but it's also a slight imbalance in there in terms of how many lands each of us have drawn. And I still have no cast. Oh, come on. This is really horrible. My deck has 9 planes. There were 3 out of 25 cards. There were 3 planes and 22 cards that do something. I can play all my spells, and the swamp allows me to at least cast the Eaten Alive without sacrificing this. And this is my second loss already. If I lose this, I mean, I can still win if I, let's say I draw my the first pick, the angel. Of course, I will still have a decent chance to win in that case, but it's gonna get very. Oh, I forgot. I have a double one. I have one other double black requiring spell in the deck, and I drew it. I mean, I could sacrifice the Celestial Sanctifier to kill this, but I just don't feel like it makes sense. They might be holding multiple spells that I remove or pump spells or something like that. Just wish I draw. I guess I just want to draw a swamp. Or if, well, I want to draw a swamp anyway, because if they play another creature, I can play the Massacre with X equals. I maybe should have actually played the Plains here. Yeah, just to make sure I can make as large X as possible. Oh, they're thinking about the pump spell. Are they gonna win the game? Oh yeah, they are. Fine. So I guess I should have used the Eaten Alive. But that was a... I mean, I drew 7 out of my 9 planes without drawing the second black, and I drew both the cards in the deck that required 2 black. I mean, I can play this with 1 black, but I wasn't gonna sacrifice the Celestial Sanctifier. I mean, take it 1 for 2 here. So that was extremely unlucky there. That really was. I mean, actually both of these games. I don't usually want to kind of emphasize the fact that I've been unlucky, but both of these games, and they were the first 2 games in the event, I've been unlucky with my draws. I guess I could have still drawn the Dreadhound. Yeah, that was double black. But was there anything else? The Mythic Massacre was one. No, all the other black cards I could have cast with 1 black. And all the white cards, of course, would have done at least something. At least something, yeah. There wasn't actually any blank draws. So I managed to draw, like I had like a few planes in the deck and like a couple of double black cards with over 20. Yeah, there was like a very unlikely draws there. All right. Well, I mean, I guess it's time for another 03 if this luck is going to persist. Right. Now, I can still go 7 wins here, so who knows. Alright, so this... I'm playing 17 lands. I'm not even playing 16. With 17 lands, you are more likely, in best of 1, you are more likely to get 3 landers than 2 landers. And this 2 lander is even not having both of my colors. But I have a 1-drop and a 2-drop. I have a 3-drop if I draw any land. I guess I'm keeping it, but I mean, if I just draw 5 cards without having a land here, then this event just wasn't for me to win any games in. Okay, there's at least... I definitely would have wanted to have a swamp, but at least that's something that allows me to play the Sanctifier next turn no matter what. And they have this nice rare here that's going to draw them a card. Well, there's a swamp. Alright. So I'm playing these. And I'm going to play the Crossroad Candle Guide next turn. Bat Whisperer can happen at some point. Because I'm blocking this thing. They get a 2 for 1 with this because they can draw a card at some point from this. But that's, I mean, I guess I just need to draw my, like the Angel or something. Alright, so they do that. Well, at least it does get the Celestial Sanctifier. So this says target creature gets... This is not a werewolf, so it only gets like a +1/+0, and it will be able to draw a card. But I can still trade with it. Anyway, point is I get to get rid of these planes, which I really didn't want to have. So this goes to my hand, and the other one goes to my graveyard. No, it goes to the top of my deck, of course. Yeah, it's not going to draw any cards. And they have that. Alright, so... The fact my deck had 2 planes on top of it. I mean, that's actually really bad. Well, at least they double spelled, so I get to... So one of these goes to my graveyard. Let's make sure. So I can draw my Angel here. So if they don't have removal for that, I might win with that. So the planes goes to graveyard. And I can't cast it yet. But they have a 5/4 there. I can't tap it now. I'm just playing there. I guess I could play the Bat Whisperer. They can use this though. +1/+0 trample, draw a card. I mean the Candle Guide doesn't. Oh, I can actually exile this thing. Then I can double block this guy. Yeah, whatever. Let's do that. Okay, so the Angel might help me win the game. If they don't have a removal for it. They could have, of course. But then it's just... they have it. I think I have done all I can here. I don't think there's that much wrong with the deck. It's just that the first two games in the event were just, you know, in terms of the draws, they were just horrible. So now the problem is, if I double block and they have a trick, I lose. It's a 2-for-1. But otherwise, I take what, 5 damage here. Okay, good. It was just a trade 1-for-1 here. And if I draw the land, any land now works for the Liesa. That will be great. They draw a card now. Okay, so they're missing land drops. That means they have like at least 4 spells in hand. Not great. And I didn't draw a land. But the Gavanu Silversmith isn't actually that bad at all. So if I attack with this, I might get the bad token, but they might also just block. So I think it's safer to do it like this. They are not going to double block. I can deal 4 here, and I still have my 3/4 here. And this costs... oh, they're going to double block here. Well, that's actually fine. I mean, all I need is to find time to get the Liesa down. And then hope they don't have the... there's like a common red spell that can deal 5. But let's hope they don't have it. Okay. Dreadhound. Blessed Defiance. Okay. Well, I'm gonna attack and get my bat token now. That's gonna be good. I would have preferred to land, but the Defiance isn't that bad. And I still had a good turn here. 3/3/2 trample. Will be a 4/4 trampler when it's night. Okay. I will block if they attack. I think it makes sense here because I just need to, you know, like I said, need to find time to play my rare here. More of those, that's fine. I can actually even use the tapper soon, but let's just for now, let's do this. They are taking 4 here unless they have a trick, and if they have a trick, I have the Blessed Defiance. So I'm gonna play the Lunart Veteran here, and I'm going to be able to tap this thing, and I'm able to Blessed Defiance even after that, if I need to. So duel for dominance. Oh, this is so good. Oh, this is +2/+0 on life. Oh, this is so good. Wow. Because it's fight, so they will actually lose that thing. And I got my flyer here, even 1 life from the veteran here. Now this seems... I mean, I might even win without the Liesa here. Okay, well, no, not now. No way out though, that was a great draw here. Okay, well, they will discard it too. Okay then. Brimstone Vandal, Reckless Stormseeker, that's nice. I don't have a good attack though, unless I'm willing to lose one of my guys to deal 5, which I'm actually going to do here. They can block one of these, but they will... and if they block the 3/4, of course, then they just take 3/4 without killing anything, so I'm assuming they're gonna kill something, but now they're at 8. So all I need is to find some lands, finally. Okay, it's... no, they didn't play a spell, so I guess this thing... it's gonna be bigger. Still no land though, but I'm in a good shape here now. And this thing is going to exile a couple of creatures. They don't have anything with flashback or disturb, so I get to yeah, drain some life here. This goes away, and what's the... I guess the Reckless Stormseeker. Okay, they just conceded. Well, I guess if they were holding like a land, maybe they thought that they just don't have a chance here. Okay, I won a game. Let's hope that that will continue for a few more games here. So this is the 4th game in the event, and it's my 3rd 2-lander. But again, if I draw any land, because I can, yeah, if I draw any land, I can play the Sanctifier and use the Silver Bolt. And I'm on the draw here, so it's again 3 draw steps to draw 1 land. So that's more than a 50% chance to happen. So at least I got another 2-drop here. The Awakener is really good too. I kind of want to draw the Swamp before they can use it. Of course, it depends on the kind of fodder they might have. If they have some Disturb creatures or Decayed Zombies, it's gonna be a very easy decision to use this. Well, let's see what happens. Okay, so that's gonna keep them for the fodder for sure. 2 draw steps, no land yet. Now the Meat Hook Massacre could be a winning play if I just had the double swamp available. Okay, well there's the fodder for that. So now they don't have mana to use it quite yet. So I just have to find the swamp right now. Sure, grasp it. There's even better fodder for that now. Okay, there's the swamp. So now the question is, because this becomes a 4/4 and they draw a card, I can't let that happen. They will get, sadly, another 2/2 here, but it's just a 1-use creature anyway, so I guess I have enough life for that. And I have the Meat Hook Massacre that can really reset the board. So I'm now that I drew the swamp, I think I still have a chance. The opponent has only 2 more cards left. So if I draw another swamp at some point, that can, yeah, the Mythic Rare can do some stuff. I still have the Silver Bolt too, which can kill something. They chose not to attack with those. Maybe they have some better use for them. They didn't want to go for the deal 2 or deal 4 here. Okay, 6-drop here with double swamp. Well, I guess by 6 lands I should have another black source. Right, well, Sanctifier, let's do that. They don't have a play. Okay, interesting. Ward 1. Okay. Okay, well, they had the right of Oblivion. Sure. Sure. And they're gonna sacrifice the... Did they kind of assume that because this exiles, it doesn't trigger the Coldest Procession? It seems like they wasted the 2/2 here because they want to have it for the sacrifice ability for this thing. Anyway, it doesn't matter now. I'm gonna play Unruly Mob perhaps because I don't want to just make it. I could play 4 mana 3/4. No, I'm gonna play this, even though it's inefficient use of mana. It's just better to play like this, and then I play the Silversmith. I only take 1 here, so it's not really a big deal. The opponent has only 1 card I don't know about. They have the Right of Oblivion in their graveyard. So I can still win here. It is night, doesn't matter that much. Could play the... I'm just gonna do this. Okay, they might be flooding out. Let's see if I actually can find another swamp here at some point. I would really want to do that. Are they gonna use this right to kill the Silversmith? They can play this as a 2/1 first strike flyer, of course. And it will exile, so the unruly mob won't get a counter if the silversmith gets exiled. But then I can just kill with the silver bolt. Each creature they control will have ward 1, but I have 4 mana to kill this thing if I want to. I wouldn't really mind if they do that. Although they don't even have mana to do the both. They have only 7 mana, so they can't use this and play this step, pay this step cost. And the Dreadhound will be a very high impact card here, so if I ever get to 6 mana with 2 of them being swamps, I will be in a very, very decent shape. Oh, they have their own Mythic Massacre. Interesting. Well, that's a thing. They get on 1, 2, 2 here. I get to land. I'd rather have... oh yeah, I'd rather have them... swamp here. I'm playing the veteran here. So if they do and play the Chaplain of Alms, I can kill it. They will get another 2/2. I mean the Chapel Shieldgeist, I think. But then again, if I draw a yeah, but they have the 2/2 here. If I draw a swamp here, I guess I'm gonna. But if I draw a swamp, then I kill both of these, and this thing triggers when a creature, non-token creature, dies. But this is a non-token creature. Yeah, because this doesn't. When this dies, it goes to exile, so it doesn't actually trigger this, but this will trigger it. So if I draw a swamp, what happens? I don't play the Dreadhound because then they will just use the Rite of Oblivion for it. But if I play the Mythic Massacre, they will still end up having... Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, I'm actually gonna kill this now. It might be stupid. But I don't wanna... I mean... Yeah, not sure. I don't even necessarily draw the swamp here. I did draw this. This has a discard a card ward effect. They're holding priority. They have some instant speed effect. Anyway, I'm doing this now. It's also going to be a ward. Sorry, a knight here. So it's going to be a, it's still a discard a card, but it's a 4/4, and it's going to exile. Oh, it's going to exile the Rite of Oblivion here. Oh, I kind of forgot. I don't have to exile creatures with it. This is fantastic. Yeah, so Rite of Oblivion and Ecstatic Awakener go away, and then I don't have to worry about the Rite of Oblivion anymore. But why would they used to defenestrate on that thing? They didn't have a card in their hand. They just messed up badly. They basically lost the game. Look at this. I'm at 6 and I don't have the double black. Not that it matters, because they really just... They used the defenestrate there when it was the last card in their hand. And this has the ward effect of a discard card. They couldn't pay for it. They just wasted it. Well, let's see what they're gonna do now. I was thinking about not playing the land. But then I was thinking about if I draw a swamp, I might want to make -5/-5 happen if they have like a 5 toughness creature I absolutely want to kill. And then they draw the one card that punishes me. I guess they could have been the discard 2 cards effect too. Okay. Anyway, which of these is the better card for me? I think the Dreadhound is better, but the problem is... Yeah, I mean, the Dreadhound is better. Yeah. I mean, this could be bad. Anyway, this thing, they are not gonna block. I drew the swamp here, that's good. I'm gonna mill them because I'm gonna use this to exile their stuff. No, this is mill 3. I can't target any player. Right. Creature dies, or... They have no cards in their hand. They're not gonna block. If they are, I'm actually happy about that. So, I guess I kinda attack now. Oh, I can do this from my own graveyard. From graveyards. Alright, well that's a lot better then. Unruly mob, candle grove. So I'm gonna drain 2 here. Man, I should read the cards more. Or whatever. I mean, this is really good because I'm gonna have 6/6 here. That's gonna be really decent. And maybe I get to 1, 2. Oh, look at all this. Look at what I milled. 3 creatures. Now I win. Even one of them was a disturbed creature. Defenestrate now. Nice draw, but it's not going to work for them because they're still going to have to jump block the graveyard glutton here. Still, it was a good draw. So this doesn't really matter now. Oh, actually, they're gonna lose now. Yep. Because I still get to do this. Yeah. Alright, well, that was an interesting game. Again, the double swamps were really hard to get, but I did get there in the end. But why does it have to be this hard? Well, maybe this is again a good example of why do I pick those evolving wilds so high. I had like a 6-drop double caster, which I couldn't cast on turn 6. I mean, not on turn 6, at 6 lands because I only had one of the 8 lands. And I needed 2 of the 8 lands that allows me to cast the double caster. So yeah, I don't really like the 9/8 mana base, even though this deck isn't that punishing. And by punishing, I mean I don't have like a 3-drop double casters. I only have the 5-drop for white and stuff like that. Anyway, now I have a Swamp mythic massacre. I'm again on the draw, but that's actually fine when you have a mass removal effect. So I'm gonna keep it, and I'm gonna assume the mythic massacre is gonna help me, stay in the game here. I hope they actually curve out like nicely here. Please play a 2-drop. Okay, good. Exactly what I wanted to see. And I can play my own 2-drop here just to. Yeah, because this is not that amazing later in the game, I can just try to offer a trade. If I'm lucky, maybe they use a removal spell on this or something like that. But I don't want to start taking like a lot of damage and then play this on turn 5 when I'm at, 7 life or so. So this is fine, let's just trade here. Okay, that can be dealt with. Yep, the lands aren't bad. Now I can play the Dreadhound on turn 6 if I want to, unless I have to discard it somehow. Okay, well, this might be because they got all that stuff. Yeah, now it's time to do this. X equals 2. That's enough value already. Let's not get too greedy. They will have a Decayed Zombie, but I will be at 18. Actually, I will gain 3 life here, so I will be at 21. And then I can play the Veteran, and then if I want to, I can even sack this thing to exile something very nasty they might be having. And on the next turn, I can play the Dreadhound. Unless they make me discard 2. That's something that could happen. Okay, well, I'm going to kill this. Although it's somewhat, let's see. Another non-token creature you control dies. If a creature an opponent would die. Okay, so when I sacrifice this. Wait a minute, sacrifice a non-land permanent. Now that's an interesting thing, because yeah, this thing allows me to sacrifice the Mythic Massacre, but it has a nice passive ability here too. It might be relevant. But if I play the Lunar Veteran here and sacrifice it, I won't get the flying part. I think it might be slightly better here still. I'm gonna sacrifice the Massacre here. And I'm gonna play this thing now, and now even if they have a discard 2, I don't have to discard the Dreadhound. Yeah, they have the Liasa too. By the way, I haven't really cast my own Liasa yet. Let's see if this event is gonna end before that happens. Anyway, the Dreadhound will be highly relevant, although they can easily have something like a defenestrate, but let's make them have it at least. I will mill 3 land cards. I'm not that interested in, so that's fine. I'm closer to my own angel now. Let's see if they can kill this. They can exile it with the card that, well, let's see what they have. They have a Right of Oblivion. Alright, alright. Not the easy mode. But I'm not like losing. It's really a top deck war. I don't know about the last card. Maybe it's something very relevant. And now that there's a midnight ambush, I wonder if I'm supposed to use the -2/-2. Because during night it will be, of course, kill anything. But this will get rid of 3 toughness creatures. Am I supposed to take like 2 damage and see what might happen? Although they might have the black cards, like they might have another Bat Whisperer or cards like that. I don't want to take any more damage and then reward them. There's some. I actually have what 3 of these guys. So I still have 2 Celestial Sanctifiers. This will trigger. I mean, not trigger, but this will start the day-night cycle. So I could be, making a night happen. So I feel like I will leave the instant, and I just kill this right away. Yeah, I'll leave this thing. Also, white and black has a lot of cards that have, only 2 toughness. So let's see if I'm gonna get punished or not. I guess I shouldn't have played this one because they might draw the discard 2 cards thing here. Okay, I won't be playing any more lands if I draw them. So they have something, or maybe they don't, I don't know. Well, there's the Celestial Sanctifier. That is good. So that will start the day-night cycle. This has at least the potential to be dealing a third. Well, it doesn't deal anything, but giving a -13. They didn't have any instant speed effect they wanted to use on my turn. Let's see if they have some sorcery removal now. If they don't play anything, I get to trigger this thing and I get to, improve the quality of my draws. Okay, there's just a Bat Whisperer. So I feel like I'm just gonna kill it, right? Ooh, there is the Liesa. Oh, they will exile it. But it... Actually, what I'm doing here, I'm not playing the Liesa right now because I want it to become a knight. I will get a bit of selection here, and they have the exile spell. I think they are gonna use it on the Celestial Sanctifier, perhaps. And I just want to improve the quality of my draws slightly here. Now, is the Tapper gonna be better than the Commando? One of these goes to my graveyard. The Tapper is quite a universal removal spell, so actually I think I'm gonna get rid of the Commando instead. And kind of forcing them to do something. Okay, they get to draw a card. Well, it's time to double spell, I guess. Although I'm gonna lose the Liesa. Heirloom Mirror. Okay, that's annoying too. Maybe I'll kill the search party captain here. Oh, this thing... Anyway, they double spelled, so I get to do this thing. That's actually nice. The Chaplain goes to my graveyard. Also very nice thing to put to graveyard. And I draw the Cabinet Trapper. Alright, so this is not so bad. I'm just not sure if I want to... So when this... No, it's just a Flying Vigilance, which I can get rid of. This will become a Flying 4/4. Because I have the option to play a land, exile this and deal 3. Maybe I should... No, there's a trap. It's very tough actually. they will have a 4/4 flyer, but I can play my tapper. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the tapper here. Maybe I don't attack with the sanctifier at all. And a chaplain here. I'll play the land as well. I might need all that. So let's just wait. No reason to offer the trade here right now. There's just no reason to do that. And they most likely play the beggar. They might most likely also use this ability, but it's not gonna happen. I mean, it's still not gonna become a creature, and it makes them lose a bit of life. They have about triple bat whisperer. Okay. So now they can play this 4/4 flyer, which I mean, they know I have the Right of Oblivion here. Also have a tapper, but I would just get rid of it with the Right of Oblivion, sacrificing the Lunarch veteran, and then it's actually gonna be nasty for them. The search party captain will be exiled or sacrificed to cast the Right of Oblivion, but currently, as long as I have the Liasa in my hand, I don't mind if they use the Right of Oblivion. Okay, that's interesting. So now that is... Okay, so that is something I probably want to now get rid of. I don't want them to spam those 1/1 tokens. I still have the tapper for the flyer here. Okay, so they're holding something. They have something. The one card in their hand is something they could cast. Okay then. I guess I'm still... Now they have a 1/1 token and the Right of Oblivion, so I'm not going to absolutely play the Liasa yet. I have to wait. Now maybe they have a pump effect. Maybe they kill the Celestus Sanctifier now. I could tap this thing, of course, but I kind of want to leave it. Oh, they are gonna... They had the Olivia's Midnight Ambush. Okay, understandable. They have to get rid of the flyer here. But they didn't choose to kill the tapper here. Interesting, because now they do take 3 here, and I still can tap the 4/4. Yeah, let's play the land. They can use this. It will become a 4/4, but it will be a tapped 4/4. So it's not going to be able to block anything quite yet. And of course they would have to discard whatever they drew, but then they will also draw a card. So this is interesting. They also have a 1/1 flyer. If they don't play the 6 mana thing here, I can connect for 1 here. So they choose to actually kill that. Okay. Still the tapper is here. What do they do next? Now I can play the Liasa. Did they use this is a sorcery speed activation, so if they want to use it, they have to do it right now. So they could in the end have 2 4/4 flyers, but I have my 4/5 here and 1 tapper. Okay, so the 1 card in their hand is good enough that they don't actually want to. Nine mana, I can play both of these. Yeah. I will miss out the opportunity to tap, but they can't. I mean, they are just... That's too much. I guess if they have a mass removal effect, yeah, well then I will lose. Well, not lose immediately, but I mean, I lose my advantage. And then I would have to top deck like a crazy guy, because I have, 1 land in the graveyard. I have a 7 lands and 8 spells, so I have a almost 50-50, blank draws here. So they had a grief here. Okay, they have another Rite of Oblivion, but that alone is not gonna be enough. I have such an amount of... Yeah, I think I won the game, unless they have a Wrath effect. If they don't have a Wrath, I should be winning now. Well, since they're using so much time, I can't imagine them having Wrath. And what are they gonna do? Like, use up all their timeouts and then Wrath away? That would be very, very impolite. Okay, so I actually, yeah, after starting 0-2, I think that was the 3rd win in a row. So let's check it now. Yeah, it was. So I'm at least at 1000 gems, rebate now. With the 2 picked mythics, I'm already happy about the result. But I think the deck is good enough that I'm kind of slightly disappointed if I end at 3 wins. But after starting 0-2, a 3-win result is gonna be quite decent. But who knows, maybe I will win all the remaining games and end up at 7 wins. Well, the starting hands have been really awkward. I have the Massacre here, but with no swamps, it might take 10 turns to find the double swamp here. But I have a Cathar Commando. I'm also on the draw, but which I don't actually mind here with the Massacre. I actually do like to be on the draw. I have the Cathar Commando and the Plus Defiance to buy me some time. I'm keeping it, but I really wanted one of these things to be a swamp. At least I immediately drew a swamp here, so that's really, really good. Now the chance to get this in time will be much higher, well, especially now. Okay, and I'm against a 3-color deck. Well, my draws were pretty fantastic, so I don't mind now that they are having their 3 different basics on turn 3. I'll play this and offer the trade here. I could have used the Midnight Ambush, but because this is the 3-1 is going to die. Okay, that was 3 swamps back to back. Well, I guess it's better than not drawing any swamps at all. Wow. The opponent is not playing anything, and I have no creatures here. My Mythic Massacre is not doing anything. Yeah, anyway, this... Okay, they have the worst kind of card for me in this situation. Imagine if I had any kind of curve here with more creatures. I could punish those kind of plays. But no. They just play 2-for-1s here. Card draw effects when I have the slow start with the Mythic Massacre and they punish me for it. Alright, yeah, but anyway, I traded this because it has 1 toughness, it's always gonna die to the Mythic Massacre, but I guess I'm losing now. I guess I'm losing now. I don't even want to play the Silversmith because it's only gonna be a 4-mana 3-4. I want to at least wait until I draw another creature. Yeah, I can take 3 here. So are they blue, black? No, they're blue. They have green. Okay, I don't know what that is. Right, so this thing... it will die during a night, so whatever. That is a creature, but I kinda want to... Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it night and I will kill this. It's gonna be a 6/6, but I'll give it -13, -13. And then I will use the Mythic Massacre, hopefully. Hopefully I will get to use the Mythic Massacre so that it takes like more than 1 creature out. I can give currently -4, -4. Are you kidding me? Well, I have removal for that, but they just drew a card from that bounce spell too. I mean, my Meteor Massacre isn't doing anything here currently. Well, it's doing something, but they have another 4/4 card. That was also a 2/1, so this was a 2/1. They countered my removal spell, drew a card. They played a 4/4 that will give them. Well, I guess if I play the Trespasser, it's just that this Trespasser will die when I play the Meteor Massacre. But I guess I can kill the 4/5 now. It's day now, so yeah, that's fine. Because what I can do, I can exile the Shadow Beasts. I think. I guess that is good enough value. Fine. But they had nothing but 2/1s here. Am I supposed to do some... I could play the Gabony Silversmith, but both these would have 4 toughness. I will use the Meteor Massacre to kill their board they have. They're gonna play the Tireless Hauler. I'm going to trade with the Organ Hoarder, I think. Problem is they will still have 5 cards left. But I don't know how many of them are lands. Alright. It has flying and lifelink, so I can't even trade with that. I take 7. This doesn't give only lifelink. I don't think I can beat the Mask of Griselbrand. I mean, I didn't even play the 4/5. Okay, Candle Trap. The Mask of Griselbrand is going to be the thing that, because it also gives lifelink. So basically, it's just I mean, as long as they have creatures, this is gonna win the game for them. But did I play my... Yeah, I have my 1 Cather Commander, which could kill an artifact. It's no longer available. I don't think I have 2 of them. So the Meteor Massacre doesn't do anything. I mean, it kills all of these guys, and then they will have all this left, and the Mask of Griselbrand. Yeah, all of the cards basically were 2/1s. I mean, most of them were 2/1, 2/1, 2/1. Even this thing was a 2/1, but I was able to exile it, so I guess it was like a semi 2/1 for me too. I'm just not sure if I have any win here, because I can't raise them because of the lifelink flyer. I'm at 7, I need to kill these guys. If I use spot removal, I will lose here anyway. I'm just trying to figure out, I know I'm running out of my timeouts, but I'm trying to figure out what can I draw here. Maybe I can draw my own angel here. So I have to do what exactly? If I just try to spot remove this, and I have only sorcery speed removal, they will equip the other one, get live. Massacre will reset the board, but yeah, I don't think there's a win here. It's just, there's just no win here. I get 1 life here, so I won't be dying now. But I guess if I used spot removals on both of these things, they couldn't use the Mask of Griselbrand. Candle Trap in here, they will equip the... Okay, fine. I don't want to waste time here, because there's no way, even if I draw my 4/5 angel, I'm not beating the Mask of Griselbrand when they have so many cards left, and the 4/5 and all that. That was just a... that was a Meteor Massacre that didn't do anything in the game, because all of their stuff were 2/1s and big creatures. Usually the plan with that kind of... I mean, the plan with the starting hand I had was that the opponent almost empties their hand, and I rat the board, or most of the board. And then, you know, I have more cards left and I will win the game afterwards. But no, the opponent played like... What, the 2/2 Wolf, which I traded with, and they started playing like a 3 mana draw 2, lose 2 life, which is a card that's really going to punish you if the opponent curves out normally. But I didn't even have an option to play a 3-mana creature there, so I couldn't punish them. I couldn't make them go to low life total there. So that was a horrible matchup. But in the end, I'm happy about the 3 wins and the 2 mythic rares I picked. The deck, I think, had potential for better results, but the 2 first games were just complete non-games because of my draws, and then I was able to win 3 back-to-back, and then I had this kind of a bad matchup. What I would say that was a bad matchup. These things happen. Bad matchups are okay, and I can lose one of the 3 losses to bad matchups, but sadly the 2 other ones were non-games with bad land draws. But yeah, that was it. And the next video will be the qualifier weekend sealed deck event, which will publish on Sunday. And of course, if I if I get to day 2, I will also record that, and that would publish on, I guess, Monday. But well, we will see how it goes. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the sealed event qualifier weekend video. Bye bye.